All right. Hey, everybody. Oh, it's more like it. Okay. Next episode. Yawn. That's how it feels right now. Like, so many, repetitive storylines. And now we're getting ready to shift into the year of one. Wait a minute. No. Inaccurate. No, it is one. Sorry. So it's time to focus on the important stuff, right? Let's manifest a new episode, right? Something lighthearted. I don't know if you guys ever saw that show, The Good Place, which really wasn't the good, not to spoil it, but whatever. It's been out for a long time. It's like that. It's like people are trying to convince you that you're living in a simulation that's suitable to you and all of that, and it's not. For some it may be, but it's time to collectively focus, right? Tap in to the magician energy, right? Instead of just accepting the same storyline with different actors, time to sit down and write the new screenplay, right? Like a utopia energy opposed to a dystopia. Now again, this is about using your imagination. Okay, this isn't about being grounded or practical. This is about utilizing your imaginative muscle to the utmost. Okay, don't do it from a place of scarcity. Do it like the Marvel verse, the what ifs, but go big, go high vibe. Okay, there's a beautiful window, and I feel like we'll see proof real quickly if we collectively do this, right? And it can shift the intentions for the long haul, bring balance and order. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so funny. We've evolved as a collective. We have snack, we have extra, we have player, we have kinky ways, and then we have this brick wall. Like again, yawn, right? And so we could literally examine the same storyline, different actors over and over again with recalling. And so here we are with graduation day, lessons learned. And so setting the intentions not only for the new year, but it's momentum. Okay, light bulb, spiritually woke, knocked up. See what I mean? Expecting it can grow very quickly. We can shift it because, I was listening to some political commentary this morning and listening to the president, and it's he's turned into everything he despises, and that is the irony of karma. What you hate most will end up in your family. So I can only imagine the skeletons that are getting ready to pop out. That's why you shouldn't talk about people. Look, my boo, and then spilling. Oh, I feel like there's some potential love children about to come out, and I'm getting it could be on TikTok platform where somebody do like a story time and they spilling about they relationship. Ooh, look, New. Oh, oh, oh. Look, you gotta love them, and I feel like it's a dude. I really do, because there's this machismo, toxic masculinity energy to it. But I'm seeing an energy of a guy who thought that you want to send somebody into the wilderness, the abyss. This is how sneakily. What I say? Lipstick evidence, infidel. Chains. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There's gonna be a chain of events. But anyway, let's not focus on that. That's about to play itself out. So again, tap into the energy of the magician, because one energy is very much that. Okay. It's also given aces because the magician holds one of each item, right? Move away from the energy of scarcity. Okay. Anytime you feel lack, that is a red flag. You have to like blow your whistle, throw the flag, move in a different direction. Right. All right. Thank you, Holy Spirit. Today, good vibes, present moment, present in the moment, excuse me. Ooh, it's gonna be a good vibration. Okay. Whoa. Okay. Interesting. That is okay. Hold on. Let me get one more. Wow. Interesting. Repo. So we have today, like I said, then we have loss, and then we have repo. That makes me feel like these could also be memories. But going back to the energy of the title, right? The lost, ghosted, cowardice, disappearing act, right? Tired of the same old storylines, tired of the same old plots. Like people are actually holding back from engaging with repossessed assets, their time, their attention. People really do appreciate good vibes. Like, I love that the guy is chilling at the bottom of the pool, but he's so comfortable in his emotions. Like, people are diving deep. They're craving more. Look at this. There's a magician. There's a tower. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Mm-hmm. I also feel like things are coming back to you. Like the more you pay less attention, right, to the things that don't serve you, the things that make you feel weird, disconnected, fogged in, the clearer things will become. There's this recollection. I can't escape that. There's the King of Pentacles. So these could be tangible assets. Your time, your attention, your money, of course. But I feel like somebody's about to be like, it's given comfortable. Whatever was lost is being returned to you. Whoever these hidden hands are, these people who thought they were doing things in the background, right? I feel like they're disappearing. And as they fade, all the things that are yours return to you. Right? Two of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Right. You've been watching. Someone's been watching. Money management, time management, priority management. Interesting. Look, justice. Interesting. there's a cycle of completion here, but it's like someone's not trying to accept it, like the world. But this is also the energetic shift that I was talking about when it comes to manifesting something better, something fair, something more balanced, something where um, there's enough to be like to create with, enough to share, to distribute, that sort of thing. This is, oh, the tower just showed, but it didn't flip fully. Okay. This also is giving the energy of communication, things stuck in limbo, now coming through. Again, the transits are really just balancing out. Star. See? It's giving miracle. It's really giving miracle. Fool. Beautiful. Like I said, this energy of the world being in this pseudo block position, it's more on its way to completion than it's being in limbo. And so all things work out for your highest and greatest good, as you know. But this energy of cooperative manifestation is huge because the star and the fool, both Aquarian energy, very much giving collective body. Right. This is a beautiful time to utilize the energies of the holiday season, you know, good cheer. Um, I love the Christmas season. I really do. It's like the best time to be in church. Like, really, in my opinion. Like, the liturgical year could be rough if you really oblige it. But this time of year, beautiful energy, miracles. It's the energy of miracles and merriment. And so, look, as I say that, Ace comes in a chariot. I knew some of these were going to be upside down, but that's okay. Yep, 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 yep. Okay, look, and this is going to be the energy of the next year. Okay, on a collective scale. That's not necessarily your personal year numbers, right? You got to figure it out, calculate that on your own. But at any given time through the year of 2026, you will be able to align yourself, right, with the right ace, if you understand, and tap into that collective embodiment of manifestation. It's potent. And so anything you choose to focus on, you will manifest. And so better to go really high vibrational with this, okay? This is like a year where you can really create the life you want. Longevity. The King of Pentacles is here. You know what I mean? Like, it's really giving pinnacle of success. I'm also getting the energy of being spotlighted. Look, temperance. See, all things are coming back into balance and equilibrium. Also, again with the emotions here with today, uh, because you need emotion to manifest. A lot of spiritual energy. I can't control the fade. That's just what's happening. Okay. The focusing, unfocusing. Spiritual energy is okay. Welcome to tarot. It's gonna be beautiful today. Interesting. Someone may try to ooh, interesting. Look at that. Judgment, Wheel of Fortune. It's very much given lesson and blessing. What do they want you to know? Interesting. There's a repeat cycle with someone. I don't feel like you're going to allow this to happen. This is not a supporter. This is someone who's very hot and cold with you. When they're up, they are not in your life. But when they're down, they show up, but you're no longer giving nor communicating. There's some legal issue here. Like, I cannot, somebody's afraid that you're going to find out something, information they should have been come to you with, but it's going to reach you today. Yeah, long overdue with the hangman showing up. Yeah, like somebody's freaking out. Like whatever's happening today, like you're chilling, but there are people who are really worried when it comes to you. Huh. There's a heart to heart coming. Somebody did some sort of legal action behind your back and it's coming to the surface. This would have never come out this person's mouth had it worked, but it didn't. I feel like they took some sort of risk. They got caught. Somebody's afraid of your reaction, and maybe rightfully so. It's really going to expose the depths of someone's treachery. This is someone from your, again, you don't speak to these people. Somebody tried to tie you up in some sort of legality. Lying. Anyway, this was like your biggest op. This person was trying to stop you, prevent you from manifesting anything. This person themselves could be facing some sort of like instability in their life. This person has been on your butt for the better part of 3 years. This is someone you rejected in terms of a marital proposal. And because of that, they've been really trying to block anything from actually tangibly manifesting in your life. That's sick. This person's violent. They may have never been that with you, but they are, and they've been in trouble with the law because of their propensity to get physical. The best thing you could have did was move away from this person. Yeah, this person's heavily into spiritual hijinks. Ooh, yeah. Lord have mercy. Just know your ships are coming in collective. 9 of Cups. Right, 3 of Wands, 9 of Cups. Some of you, this is something you've been manifesting spiritually into this reality. For others, this is a child. So congratulations. But this feels more so like miracles, blessings, like spiritual inheritances coming through. Things that were obscured now, right now. Exactly. Strength, Queen of Cups. Beautiful energy. For some of you, this is some sort of blessing from paternal energy. Wow. Okay. That's good. That's a beautiful new episode. Ooh. Some of you be mindful of new people coming towards you if you haven't done any sort of spiritual cleansing, detoxing, or anything like that. Grand rising. Right. And for some of you, you've been cleansing for so long, right? It's like what's coming towards you, it could be even bigger in terms of energies that you said goodbye to. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a test for you because I feel like you're going to spot that energy immediately. You're going to be like, nope, unclean. And, bye, peace out. You know what I mean? And you would pull back immediately. You wouldn't even invest. But I also feel like you're going to set people straight who do come to you on some lusty type time. You're going to be blunt and honest. Cut off game. Right. Ooh. Yeah, with detective showing up, you're going to see it clear as day. There's a spirit you're beginning to identify. It is the spirit of lust, but it has a particular manifestation to you. Okay, you know what that is. Okay. Wow. Now, isn't that interesting? All right, let me get one more. Wow. Wow, that's double dose of, listen, I don't know what company you keep in, but you need to be so mindful about self-medicating, dealing with your addictions, and irrational behavior, but it's giving impulse control issues, right? Because we have sipping, nosy, spreading rumors, gossip, and then spilling the beans. And so you might be talking about your issues with someone, but they can't be trusted. This person is a gossiper, and they're going to spread your business everywhere. This person is not trustworthy whatsoever. And it's like, so please pick and choose who your real allies are. This is a snake. This is an energy of misery loves company. You do not have their confidence. You will regret talking to this person. Don't pillow talk either. If this isn't like, this is not your therapist, and this is why I advocate for people to go to therapy, because a paid friend that has HIPAA, right, is a protection for you. If you're dealing with things and you're working through things, the last thing you want is someone around you as you're, who can't be trusted. Because this is a busybody from hell, King of Swords, the Devil, the Knight of Wands. Right. And whoever this other person is, they are a known liar. You know you can't trust them. Please don't be vulnerable with this person. That's go to your prayer closets. Like for real. Go to God because God ain't gonna spread your business. That's sick. You will regret it. You really, really, really will regret it. You don't need help that bad. This is a strong mother morning. And listen, even when it comes to like attorneys for somebody, if that's not your lawyer, right, and you not signed, you don't have attorney-client privilege. There's something here about, being loose with the lips and somebody spreading your business. This could be like, it could end up with legal jeopardy is all I'm saying, okay? You better off going to your, look, Ace of Swords. You better off going to see your priest. I'm not kidding. So you might want to make sure you got the right sort of insulation from your own rantings so you don't stir up things unnecessarily and about to give somebody ammunition against you. This person is not a friend. Neither one of them is what I'm seeing. Better to talk to a priest or a professional. You know what I mean? Because the Ace of Swords, the higher, that's higher, institutions, etc., etc. Don't do that. Like, even doing this sort of work, I do my best to insulate the people who I read for. You know what I mean? Like, it's, to me, there should be a reasonable expectation of privacy. That's me. That's just what I think. But hey, and so somebody's going to try to get you to open up to them. Somebody could try to get you to come, hang out, party, reconcile. Oh, it's the holidays. No, this person wants to get you like a couple drinks in you so you start talking and shit. Especially if you've been moderating yourself, if you've been like watching your consumption. Yeah. Continue on that journey. You're doing just fine without these people. Because somebody wants you also to act out of character. Like if they get you, inebriated, then they got some crap to talk about, right? Oh, did you hear what such and such did at the office party? Da, 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 da. Be mindful. Be very mindful. Because look, Tower, somebody really trying to like have you fall on your own sword. Look, and this person gonna apply pressure. But I also feel like things could get out of control very quickly. Mercury is in Sag. Okay. So be mindful of that, okay? Let me just see something. Let me just see something. Right. People forget Hermes is a trickster energy. Don't let your mouth get you caught up. Like, for real. Where's the one? Hold on. Yeah, please watch the drinking because I keep hearing, I'm drinking, and I'm drinking rum. That, be careful, please. Uh-huh. Right. Yeah, what's today? Friday? No, Wednesday. Thursday? Thursday. Child, don't mind me. I told y'all I barely be on Earth. My body be, but I be someplace else. Okay, it's Thursday. Uh-huh. Right. It says on Sunday, it might feel like you're fighting against the manipulations of an invisible energy. Do not cast blame on anyone unless you have proof. That's what I mean. Like, don't don't be irrational, okay? I don't know what Mars is doing right now, but it's given. Better not to indulge, better to rest. Because things could pop off unnecessarily if you're tired, if you're exhausted, and especially like if you've been self-medicating or anything like that. Some people could be detoxing also, and that could cause a little bit of like freak out, a little irrational behavior. Ooh, yeah. See, weird transits. It's temporary, it's fleeting. Go in the opposite direction of any ruckus. Okay, especially at work, Eight of Pentacles, right? Because you will be walking right into a trap with people whom you know are immature, and one or two of these people at the job could be very familiar. Like I don't know if there looks like there's history. Six of Cups. So be mindful, okay? Moon, because people have hidden agendas, right? They pretend to be your friend. Knight of Cups. But remember, it's work. Yeah, somebody's looking to set somebody up at the job. There's some sort of communication that is a shield, but you're also protected by higher authorities. Like, so I'm not talking about self-employed people. I'm talking about people who may work more of a traditional 9 to 5. Yeah, watch your back. Anyway, somebody really want to knock you off your high horse. Like this is, look at all this energy out here. Hold on, what are the transits really doing right now? Hold on. And this makes me feel like it's just because you're in high vibration. This makes me feel like people are also just spreading rumors and gossip about you in general as an attempt to besmirch your good name. Yeah, look, Five of Swords energy. See, it cut the deck right back to it. These people think they cold slick, but they not. Interesting. Kite formation. Some interesting transits. Well, whoa. Is that what they call one of those cross things? All right, let's see. No, Mercury has moved into Scorpio. Okay, thank you. So I wanted to check. Mars is in Sag. Venus is in Sag. Interesting. Yeah, moon's here. So there's some strange energy floating around, suspicion. That could very well be that Mercury in Scorpio energy. Don't let your mind get carried away. Sun. Interesting. Maintain your balance, your polarities, your energies, your inner harmonies, disciplines. Right. Spirit's going to reveal this to you. Whatever's being hidden from you will be revealed. Okay. This is also about awareness of the influence of a fleeting transit. Okay. So just be mindful. So there will be a positive to come out of an attempted negative situation. Wow. That's two aces. Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Right. Again, this is like rapid manifestation. You are balanced. I will say that. This is why people want to bombard you with this energy. They want to, disrupt you because you are truly balanced. You are truly in harmony. This is impressive. Very impressive. Right. Don't get tricked. Really. Because you're right where you should be, energetically speaking. Okay? Let them talk, let them gossip, let them fall on their own swords. Because all it's going to do is reveal what these people are into. Because you know the rule, would take one to know one. That's what I'm getting. Somebody likes to put on this facade, but they moves is being counted. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. Anyway, yeah. Okay. People are not going to fall for whatever this trick, this deception is. They're going to reject it. They're going to look at these individuals like they're lacking, like they're in the Five of Pentacles. Like, you know what I mean? Like, no wonder they walked away from you. No wonder they stopped dealing with you, etc., etc. Yawn next episode. And so, again, people are very much on to the antics of the enemy, quote unquote. Right. But it's the energy. They come like they a friend, but nobody falling for that. Like people are peeping. Especially there's something about the work front. Like you have a really big op and they're about to be called out so publicly. Wow. Like stop. Seven of Wands, like stop. No. You pay a lot of attention to this person. Page of Swords, right. Now somebody in the Nine of Swords are like, oh shit, now they're worried. Now they're anxious. Because you move about free as a bird is what I'm seeing here. Uh-huh. That's interesting. Okay. What other news you got, Holy Spirit? Ooh, somebody lusty. They all passionate. Mm. But you've outgrown this. Whatever this is, I feel like energies from the past, of course. Lust, fuego. And when I say energies, I don't mean people. I mean energies. You've outgrown it. You've leveled up. You've learned the lessons about being in those low vibrational, like lust is not a negative per se, but there's sacred sex between, a sanctified union. And then there's the bed hopping. Okay. That's the difference. And so instead of just going off of chemistry and lust and all of that, and no, you've outgrown it because you know those are very karmic situations. You value your peace, your harmony, your happiness. I do feel like those energies are in distress because you're no longer participating. Okay? Pick those back up. And I feel like the more you reject something, like it just expands. It's weird. Someone has a winter graduation from a university. Congratulations. You will be getting that job that it's at some sort of distance. You're contemplating how are you going to move. You're going to drive and it's going to be fine. But congratulations. You worked hard. And I feel like that lusty fuego energy could be you. Do not sacrifice what you've worked towards for that. That's not what you want, okay? That person has a lot of red flags. Don't ignore them. It's just a little move on. All right, what other messages do you have for the collective? What is the news? Oh, oh. Somebody got receipts. Somebody tiptoeing around a conversation that needs to be had, and somebody about to blow they lid. Look, and I cut the deck to lust. We got rebound. We got the blues. We got machismo, sneaky link swept up. And we got cuffing season, and we got repo. So it makes me feel like somebody stepped out, maybe doing a little breaky, and they didn't really want to own, but they was, dibbling and dabbling on the break. And instead of having the conversation and being an adult, somebody's tiptoeing around it. Somebody has evidence. They might know that person. And if this relationship is newly reconciled, it's not going to work because this shit going to blow her lid. Yeah. Because look, Six of Swords, Devil. Look, Five of Swords. Why don't you just own that you went out looking for some attention, apologize, because ignoring it, they know who you was with. This person know you like the back of their hand, bruh. Y'all been together for a minute. You can't hide anything, especially if you want to heal the relationship. You're going to have to clear the air. They can feel the other energy. What do you want to do? Do you want to save your family? Like, really? Because it has the potential for the Ten of Cups, right? But you're about to throw it all away because you can't own up to the fact that you was lonely and you was on a break. Whoever this person is that's fed up or about to be really fed up, they come from money and they already feel like you only trying to be with them because of that and all this lying and shit. They not going to stand for it. Whoever this person is, they're highly recognizable. They could be from a prominent family or something like that. Energy don't lie. They gonna leave. They have the receipts, bruh. They have them. So there's no point in denying it. You causing all these arguments. This person know you, bruh. Wow. They. Here's the crazy part. They know how often you need, but all that, right? Look, we have the Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, right? Energy don't lie, man. I feel like this that she got some spiritual talents, is what I'm gonna say, because like we got the Lovers and we have Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Y'all have already exchanged all these beautiful energies. You and this person have been together for the longest time. Y'all might have been on a break, whatever. They know you. Like, y'all at that point of knowing each other where y'all look sort of like each other. There's nothing in them that's going to believe that y'all was separated for upwards of a year. Supposedly to work on y'all individuality, your own, whatever. And that you didn't commingle. Look, another ace just popped out. You really about to jeopardize. Wow. Look, because you won't tell the truth. This shit. She will leave you. She will leave you because you're lying. Be bold, have that same moxie, and tell her the truth. This is your kingdom spouse, buddy. You mess around if you want to. It can't get no worse. The choice is yours. Two of Wands. You are at a crux in this relationship. She is like, dun 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 dun. Don't do it. This is like lying to yourself. That's the sort of spiritual connection the two of you have. Anyway. She has the evidence. Ugh. You know what it's giving? Like the Scorpion King or the Mummy. Remember the High Priestess? And nobody was supposed to touch her because she was like covered in gold and like sigils and shit. And then the High Priest was like, come here, girl. And it was the king's mistress, Pharaoh's mistress. Right. That's what this is giving with these handprints. I also feel like there's digital, because I'm looking at the world to the Emperor. And so there's, yeah. There could be travel also with the Knight of Wands. Right. Oh. You gotta start over anyway. So you might as well put it all out there. I don't want to chastise you. You a whole grown up. You making it so much worse than what it needs to be. Like so much worse. Like, why are you trying to gaslight somebody? Like, that's weird. Anyway. Ooh. Cuffing season just came out in reverse. I don't know if you was wondering if somebody was open to dating. No. They're not. They not interested. They not looking. That's funny. Wow. Aha. You. I guess somebody was like, it couldn't figure out if you was already with somebody. I mean, for some of you, you could be, but that's not really what I'm getting. And this is why, because people often look for a warm body to get through the winter. They're not looking for that. They're not looking for random hookups. They looking, look, legal. Looking for something long lasting. Not a rebound. Right. Ooh, why they start playing Maxwell immediately? They started playing Fortunate. Right. I do feel like this is that moment, that eureka, if you will, in a timeline shift where you have held this line long enough. Look, three L's. Interesting. A four, excuse me. Long enough to shift the energy of the universe, right, in your favor, to where they're like, oh, you serious about this? Like, oh, you serious? Yeah. And now look, we have liftoff. Right. Yeah. Yeah. Look, I'm telling you. And liftoff is still on the bottom. I love that. They heard you. You was being tested. Why they playing, yo? If you think you're lonely now, oh yeah, waiting. And I feel like you've been in that energy, not literally, but it's like a universal test to see if you was gonna crack. Would you give in to lust or loneliness or whatever, 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 or would you, hold this line? You made an agreement. You filed some sort of paperwork with the spiritual courts and said, "Listen now." Deep converse. Listen. Good job. No, for real. Look, Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords. They like, all right, bet. Look, Two of Cups, Lovers, bet. I mean, because the energy of lust was definitely coming at you. You definitely was tested to see if you were going to return to toxic relationships, and you didn't. You meant that shit. You meant that. Like, Five of Swords, by any means, like, you were determined. Look, to get to the right energetic frequency to attract, right, the proper counterpart, right? Nine of Pentacles, single, self-sufficient, independent, right? With attractive, blah, 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 financially, blah, 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 whatever. But this is like attracts like. It's a heart space. So you meant it. Like I said, like attracts like. There's the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, dang, Ace of Swords. Yeah, you showed incredible strength. You really did. You were in alignment. You did it. This isn't the last ascension you will go through by any measure, but this was a huge one. Now the wait is over. Now you can progress forward. You held. Oh, yes, you did. Wow. Because what you want wants you. King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Page of Swords, Six of Swords, and there's the Fool. Right. Your mind is clear. The gateway, the portal for this peaceful transition it's open for you because you were clear, you were focused. Wow. You did your inner work. Wow. Wow. I'm so proud of you. I stopped inviting myself to people's weddings, so I'm gonna leave it alone. Right. They put you through a lot of towers, I saw. To see if you would, cry over spilt milk. They put you through some lows, like some really. Mm, okay. Why is a Nine of Swords out here? Wow. Somebody could be very afraid of you getting this. They could see it very clearly, the sun energy. They know this is true. This was revealed to them too, with the light bulb moment. Right. This brings them great pain. Why? That's sick. Because you get to start over. You get to have a new beginning, full energy. Wow. Wow. Because you maintain faith and optimism that things are going to work out. It's definitely somebody you left behind. Somebody who misses your intimacy. They don't miss you. Because if they did, they'd have locked you down. If it was like that, you know what I mean? They would have appreciated you for the blessing that you are. This is a very inconsiderate person. Your happiness brings them sorrow. Banish them to the hell gate they belong at. Now boarding. You really couldn't see how toxic that person was for the longest time. They work with sex magic anyway. They do. They harness sexual energy for nefarious shit. Whatever. You were their pet project, although they were never gonna, lock it down. You had a huge lesson to learn with this individual, walking away from them. Part of that was you had to heal your inner child. But good job. You did that. And now look at you. Can't believe that. Your happiness like really brings them sorrow. You healed from this person. They caused you a lot of pain. They did. Look, they really know this shit is over for them as you get a rebirth with someone else. Look. They know it stops here. This person could have prayed for a new beginning with you, and they were told no. The best thing you ever did was stop sleeping with this individual. Just saying. This is a soul sucker 3000. That's one of them people who want to spend all day, every day between your legs. You're like, oh, they just want to make me happy. No, they're not. They're manifesting. Taking all your juice. That's why they always want to be in the juice box. Unclean spirits on them people. And listen, it ain't. That's your business. I'm just telling you what I'm picking up on. There's some man. This person, like, they were calling when they had you brainwashed with the quotes around us against the world. That's some shit. That's the direct quote. That is something they would actually say to you. Like, I don't know if they really refer to y'all as Bonnie and Clyde, because I know when people make that reference around me, I'd be like, do you know what happened to them? That is not couples goals. It's not. It's not couples goals. Couples goals is like Mary and Joseph. Like, for real. If you want to take it there. But I don't think you should envy other relationships. So your goals are your goals in your couplehood, your couplehood. Anyway, but they're reminiscing about, when they had you and they thought they was going to ride you to the end. And they're using those memories, they're using the reminiscing to try to suck you back in. But you have a full wall around you, defense mechanism. You are guarded, you are hard to reach. They can't pull, tug on your energy, right? And this is what they're doing with reminiscing on it. One, it wasn't none of that. Did this person actually court you? No. Did y'all actually consistently date? No. Was there any real romance? No. Was there passion? Probably. Look, cleanse, you detoxed, you purified yourself, you got rid of the negative energies. Look, you made a quick getaway, skirt, you ran away, right? You escaped. You realized who, right, the key player was. It's you. You're the irreplaceable factor. You're the essential role. The whole game is designed around you. Right. Now you're smiling, you're laughing, you're overjoyed. And now you got these people watching you, snooping. Some of y'all have platforms on TikTok. You got people talking shit about how you make your money. Frenemies. Let them talk. Let them talk. This is the people just pulling on your energy, whether intimate or otherwise. You going, today, let me tell you something, my little black sheep, you about to take, what we call it? You know how the hermit wear their robes? You about to throw that shit on. Too funny. They just want your energy, babe. They literally just want your energy. It's their karma for them to see you get everything you want, your wish fulfillment, for you to be overjoyed without them. I'm not saying you're not sharing life's wonderful moments with people. Those are your high vibe people, right? Right. Not the ops from your past. Divine harmony, guys. 10 of Cups. Oh, I gotta eat something. Look at this. That's a lot of folks applying pressure. But you're insulated also, I see. The rainbow is jumping out. So I'm getting spectrum. Excuse me. That makes me feel like you got interdimensional beings fighting your battles right now. As I say that, look who show up. Temperance. How you doing, Archangel Michael? He not the only one. He not. Look, you, like I said, interdimensionals protecting you. Because there's a 7 of Wands with Judgment. It's not a joke. Them angels show up, they show out. You ain't getting away with Nathan. Look. Legit protecting you from their hijinks. Look at this shit. Even beings within their own institutions. See this rainbow energy here? The same rainbow energy is present in the 2 of Pentacles in the back. And so let me just say, they think they got plants and agents embedded around you. The divine has plants and agents embedded around them. There's more people being flipped in these communities than they're not. I'm also getting there's balance that must be maintained. Yo, what was the guy's name in Constantine who had the charity? It's like that guy's role. Although he did violate it a few times, but overall his He's a neutral agent. It's giving that. Right, to maintain the energetic balance. See? Free will is a real thing. And people get close to poking with it. But when you violate it, forces must step forward. Oh, yeah. Anyway. The best way of transmuting these energies, right? Laughter's here for a good reason. It breaks through the bullshit so fast. Laugh. Because the more you laugh, the more they cry. They're so funny. Peter Pan, when a fairy gets its wings, like clap, ring a bell, make a joyful noise. Ah, thank you, Spirit. These people were put on notice, okay? Okay. You came right back out. Yo, these angels ain't playing. So these people have hit a brick wall and trying to pull on your energy. You've done your part. It's time for you to have a little indulgence in life of the high vibrational sort. And so this skirt is giving me the energy of the tower. And so they are being forced back down to their proper levels. They're going to have to go through the, we'll say, the halls of a mentee once again because they ain't learned shit. I don't like that energy because to have our Father's energy pulled from you, you are no longer here. They are being cut off, being blinded. Look at that. Six of Wands, Sun. I don't think, they really appreciated it, what they had. I feel like people misused their enlightenment, their anointing for earthly attention in some capacity here. So whatever this is, I feel like it's going to be public. Six of Wands to the Sun. You're not just going to hear about it, you're going to see it. These people who thought they had power and or authority in some capacity now find themselves in dire straits, bound. So this could be, leaders of these gang stalkers, because that's really what they are. Let's just call it what it is. Hence why these angels are out here. Right, look. Unfortunately, instead of seeing things as they actually are, which is the true yin and yang, right? You can't have one thing without the other. And so there is no dominance, is my point. There's no better sex. There's no weaker sex. There's no. All things are required, buddies. I'm not talking about science. I'm talking creation. If I offend you, that's on you. But both things are equal in measure. There is not one lesser nor greater. They are the same. Equally needed. And so I say all of that because the King of Pentacles is here, the Sun is here, the Emperor's here, right? Because they want to be uplifted, said that they're better, they're this, they're that. They're not. The Bonnie and Clyde energy, it's synergy. We need to get rid of these low vibrational agents that put us against each other instead of working with one another. Okay. Fuck you. Right. Right. I know what I'm saying. Their reign of terror really is over. And here's what I know about it. This is a shift into matriarchal, but it's not a dominance. It's synergy. You've had your time and you've abused it. See, full Ace of Cups. It is the. It's come up a few years ago, the return of the sacred feminine, but this is an allowance. It's seeing the wisdom, seeing the capacity to nurture, to create, and the value thereof. See? Synergy, chariot energy, balance, harmony, the ascension. Okay. That's the energy we are recalling. Not that weird shit. Wholeness. I'm going to say it like this: divine feminine energies, we won. That's not a gender thing. Again, wholeness. The seed of each is always within. But we won. No, we won. We did it. By activating that energy within every last being where the Spirit of God still resides, where you still draw breath in His name, with that mindfulness, with that intention. Yeah, 3 of the 4 aces, right? But there's the Ace of Pentacles right there inside the Queen's hands. We've planted enough seeds. Beautiful. All right, actually, I'm going to leave this here. I hope these messages have helped you. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if we vibe. We'll do this again when Spirit tells me to. Love you guys. Have a great day. Bye.